Well, let's get started with the latest coming in from Bengaluru first. The city is going through nothing short of a nightmare, and it's only getting worse. After severe waterlogging in various parts of the city, now Bengaluru's main drinking water facility has shut down due to water logging. Chief Minister Bommai is rushing to Mandya for inspection. The water treatment facility at halli has been inundated. Fire officials have rushed to the spot to pump out water, and if the facility is not up and running soon, it will adversely affect the drinking water situation in 50 localities for over the next 2 days. Sadashiv Nagar, Mallaswaram, Indira Nagar, Vasant Nagar are the worst affected areas in the city. Meanwhile, the IT corridor on the outer ring road has flooded again despite complaints from multiple firms. Now, CM Bommai has reassured that he will talk to the IT companies and try and resolve the losses that they have incurred because of the raids.
Right now, we are here, standing here at Bengaluru Outer Ring Road stretch here at Eco Space, which is... this is an ITBT company stretch. You can also see there are huge companies which is being located over here with the high population, whereas for the past few days, due to heavy rains, due to heavy rains, the flood has been becoming a huge impact in this outer ring road. Whereas now that the outer ring road associations had written a letter to the CM of Karnataka to fix all the to have good and proper infrastructure, but then they're also saying that the employees are quitting the jobs because the company is running under loss for the past 4 days, because they are on loss for almost 225 crores. Whereas the company, the Outer Ring Road company associations are actually planning to shift the companies, to shift the ITBT companies to the different destinations because of these kind of problems that Bangalore is facing due to the bad infrastructure. And also now that you can see for the last, it's almost more than 15 to 16 hours since the rain has become a huge havoc in the city of Bengaluru. And also you can see how badly the stormwater drain is overflowing. And also the stormwater drain has no support at all. Whereas you can see it is very dangerous to the people over here.
Bengaluru is reeling under the influence of heavy rains for the past few days, with waterlogged streets and road communication literally coming to a standstill in various parts. A pedestrian fell into a drain dug by the BBMP officials, who was later rescued by private security personnel present on the location. The resident was rushed to the hospital. However, he's managed to save himself, but the damages incurred on certain areas, for instance, the water treatment facility at halli that has got completely inundated. Several companies with offices in the outer ring road of the city claim losses in crores after employees failed to reach their offices on time. My colleague Thoya Jakshi, Miranao correspondent, brings us this report. Okay, so we are going to in fact also now bring updates on what the government of the day is up to. Karnataka Minister R Ashok speaks to Miranao over the current situation, says Bangalore hasn't seen summer in 4 years. The response coming from the government, much of it puts the blame rather on the inclement weather, talking about the incessant rains and the heavy rains that has caused these problems. The minister, of course, puts it as the reason behind the recent damage.
I'd like to ask you, every time it rains in Bangalore, we see some problem or the other. Some areas see waterlogging, some areas, are completely flooded. And we're seeing that the government has made a lot of promises saying, we'll do this and we'll do that to get rid of this. But so far, sir, even today we saw how after the cloudburst last night, many areas are flooded. Drinking water is also going to be affected, is what the government is saying now, sir.
Yeah, because last 30, 40 years, this is the first time. Continuously 4 years regular rain. In Bangalore, we are not seen a summer from last 4 years. No summer. Very air conditioned. Only 18 to 28 degrees within that only Bangalore. So the problem is now the encroachments. All the government saying the encroachment, but nobody will demolish the encroachment. Many IT sectors. Last 3 days back, CM also visited in IT sector.
For 3 years, they've been seeing the same flooding. And they say that, especially, the IT, like you mentioned, so they have even written a letter saying that we have faced losses worth 225 crores almost because of this. So they are now, blaming the government, saying it's election year, which is why now all this work is being carried out.
No, not 3 years. From 30 years, it's the same. You see any newspaper and the channel. From last 30 years, it is happening. From last three years, we are doing something. See, Maleshwara, flooding last year. This year, no flooding. So, our Padmanab Nagara, flooded last year. This year, no. Wherever possible, we are clearing that. Now, new area is identified now, the eastern part. So, that's also within 2-3 months, we will clear. So, we are given the money. Every government, they are saying we are clearing, we are doing nothing. No, we are given the money. 8,000 crores we are given for the development of Bangalore, and the stormwater drain, we are giving 1,600 crores. That also helps to the flood in Bangalore. That is also clear.